Hey guys, Robbie here, how are you? Today we're going to look at a relatively quick and easy way to zero the Wanney E50-II at 50 meters by using this zero sheet I got here. You can download this sheet at Wanney's website, which I'll pop a link below. Now, for those of you who own this scope, you probably, like me, one way appreciate the decent cost efficiency for the night vision and color daylight capacity this thing provides, but on the other hand, confused and frustrated with the operation of the scope. The one thing troubled me the most was the zeroing process because it's a digital scope. The operation is very different from the regular day size scope I used in the past.
Well, let's use this paper as a simple illustration. Say if you aim at the center of the target 50 meters away and your shots land 1 inch low and 1 inch left away from the center, which is roughly here. What you normally will do with a regular day size scope, which I happen to have one here, is you will dial the elevation knob up, just follow the sign, and your windage knob to the right, which is very easy and clearly here, in order to zero your scope. And what this adjustment did was actually move the reticle. Well, let's see if I have this thing as a reticle. You basically move the reticle down and left. Okay, so you basically moved your reticle to where the shots were. And with the digital night vision, the one we have, E50-II here, the principle is the same, but it uses the keypad. And when you press the up arrow, which is this one, it will literally move your reticle up. So in the same scenario, for the same case, remember we said about with this one, you dial the elevation knob up and then the windage knob to the right. With the E50-II here, what you do is you press the down arrow and left arrow in order to achieve zero. Okay, just to recap here, when you turn the elevation knob up, it brings the reticle down. But when you press the up button here, it moves the reticle up, which I found it's quite hard to switch in my head. It just, because I'm so used to the regular day size scope. But I don't really think it's a design flaw, as I understand the engineer at Wanney has a lot of elements they need to weigh when they compose this design, and certain compromises need to be made. But for me, it's just old habit died hard, and the adjustment unit on this scope is pixel, not a MOA or a mil, which made it even worse for me to not to stuff up the zeroing process. Anyway, in order to deal with such confusion, this is the specific zeroing process I tailored for this scope.
Okay, step one, do yourself a favor. Do the zeroing at the range with good light condition. I'm not saying it's not possible to do the zeroing of this scope at nighttime with very limited light condition, but it's just a lot harder and not as safe. Plus, in order for this sheet to benefit you, you require the shots to be on the sheet to begin with. Let's say if you were unlucky, the first three shots were way off the sheet. In a good daylight condition at the range, you can see the trail. I mean, it's quite easy for you to spot the impact trail and do some adjustment according to. But at nighttime, it's very much more difficult because it's harder to see the surrounding. And bear in mind, your night vision scope's field of view is very limited as well. So using that to spot doesn't sound like a very good idea. So let's zero the scope at range on daylight and use the scope in the field at nighttime. Okay, step two. Put this sheet at 50 meters and try to get the shots on the sheet ASAP. This should be quite straightforward for people who use bolt action rifle. You can use the traditional method by look through the barrel, aim the barrel onto the sheet, hold the rifle steady, then move your scope reticle onto the sheet. This usually will allow you to hit the sheet straight away, or at least not very far. And because I live in Australia, where most people don't have access to semi-automatic rifles, I do not know what's the best way to get rifles like AR or AK on the paper very quickly. I do apologize, but there are plenty of brilliant people on YouTube know everything about AR and AKs or other semi-automatic rifles. So go check out their channels. I'm sure you would find something suit you. Oh, by the way, in order to move the reticle on the E50-II, you need to unlock the setting by holding this shift button right here for 8 seconds, and this will then show you a sign of now zeroing on the screen, and you now can move the reticle up, down, left, right as you require. When no movement was detected for 10 seconds, then this setting is then locked. Step 3. Assume now your shots are on the sheet. Take additional 2 shots and work out the midpoint of the 3 shots. Use this midpoint as the reference point. Check the grid information on the reference point. Okay, in this case, let's say our 3 shots were somewhere, let's say this one, and this one. So 3 shots. So the midpoint is somewhere here. I'll just hypothetically say this is the grid I'm going to use for as a reference, and information on this one says U16L4. So what does it mean? It literally just simply stands for up 16 pixel and left 4 pixels. Input the adjustment to the scope, then the zeroing is done. So here it is. Thanks for sitting this through with me, and I hope this clip helped in any way. If you do have any questions, please leave a comment below. I'll do my best to assist. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.